as well as being two of Hollywood's most acclaimed actors. Harrison Ford and Clint Eastwood are big businessmen who have amassed huge fortunes. But have you ever stopped to think which one has the most luxurious life? In this video, you will see a fierce battle between Harrison Ford and Clint Eastwood. So let's fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Mansions. When it comes to properties, both actors don't usually skimp. But which of them owns the most expensive mansions? Starting with Harrison Ford. The star once owned, for example, a 7,164 square foot home on McCulloch Drive in East Brentwood, where he lived for nearly 30 years. Through more recent photos on websites, you can see the sophistication of this traditionally styled two-story property, which features a spacious living room with large French doors opening onto a terrace. The place also features an entertainment room, a wood-paneled dining area, a kitchen with marble countertops, an office with study area, and a fitness room with modern equipment. The residence also features a large suite with a fireplace and doors that open onto a balcony, as well as 6 other bedrooms and 8 oversized bathrooms. Outside, there are patios for relaxing, as well as a beautiful lawn that leads to the pool area, which includes a cozy guest house. Harrison Ford purchased the property in 1983 for $1 million until he sold it in 2012 for $8,300,000. However, the house was sold again in 2016, this time to model Miranda Kerr for $12 million. Moving up the price further, the actor owns another home in Los Angeles, this one being a large mansion on the west side in the same upscale neighborhood as the previous property. The classic-style residence is situated on a fully gated lot, being approximately 13,000 square feet in area. Amenities include a large living room, a kitchen with white glass cabinets, and a dining area near French-style windows. There is also a large screening room, ideal for a cinema session with friends and family, plus a wine cellar for drinks, a traditional architecture bar, and a fitness room with massage stretcher. The mansion also includes an entertainment room, which includes a billiards area, 7 suites, with the master suite integrating a living room, and 9 bathrooms that have marble floors and walls. The grand estate also has other luxurious interiors, which have been renovated in recent years to suit Harrison Ford's desires. Outside, there are cozy balconies and a huge swimming pool near the dining area. According to some sources, the actor bought the property for the small sum of $12,650,000. Clint Eastwood, for his part, is not left behind in this dispute. For example, the actor loves spending time in Idaho, so he also purchased a 5,700 square foot home in the Sun Valley area, which currently has an estimated value of $6.6 million. Clint Eastwood also owns homes in Los Angeles, with his main property being in the Bel Air neighborhood, having about 6,100 square feet of area. According to the Zillow website, the actor's home is currently valued at $8.4 million, and some sources suggest that the star has purchased another residence next to the first one, which has an estimated price tag of $9.4 million. Clint Eastwood also once owned a century-old mansion in Monterey County, situated in an exclusive area in Pebble Beach near the Pacific Ocean. Known as Hacienda Este Madera, the Spanish colonial-style property is 6,900 square feet in size, with rustic architecture and carefully planned craftsmanship. The main living room has an open design and high wooden beamed ceiling, with the dining area next door. The kitchen has a clean style and integrates a living area, which leads to another dining area. The mansion also has a total of 6 cozy, well-lit bedrooms and 7 luxurious marble-clad bathrooms. Outside, there is a fountain at the main entrance, a beautiful wooded garden with decorative statues, welcoming verandas for relaxation, a 4.7-acre plot surrounded by natural landscaping, and several patios to enjoy the region's pleasant climate. According to media reports, Clint Eastwood paid $3.925 million on the mansion in 1994 until he decided to sell it in 2017 for $9.75 million. Another mansion he owns was built in the town of Carmel, situated on top of a hill, covering more than 14 acres in size, and this one was finished in 2010 at a cost of $20 million. The star also owns a 1.13-acre oceanfront vacation property in the Maui region of Hawaii, which has an estimated price tag of more than $27 million. In other words, Eastwood wins this round. Point for him. Exaggerated luxuries. The two stars have enough conditions to enjoy luxury, but which one spends more? Clint Eastwood, for example, doesn't skimp when it comes to dressing well. Proof of this are the high-end watches he loves to wear, such as Wachman Reg 8 chronograph of $2.5 thousand, $14.5 thousand Rolex Datejust two-tone, $15.5 thousand Rolex Datejust Jubilee, $16 thousand Rolex GMT Master Clint Eastwood Root Beer. He also owns a sophisticated A. Lang & Son Lang 1, is a luxury watch with millimeter balance details, which is quite scratch and water resistant. And this must be why the price of this accessory is around $40,000. Clint Eastwood also likes to go out on luxury boats whenever he can. In February 1968, for example, he was seen with Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor aboard a sophisticated 120-foot Bolivian yacht known as the Beatrice. The nearly 200-ton vessel was rented by Burton and Taylor so that their dogs could stay on it during the filming of Where Eagles Dare, and Clint took the opportunity to accompany them. According to media reports, at the time the couple paid $2,400 per week on the yacht, and the total expense of the charter was $20,000, about $140,000 in today's day and age. For getting around in comfort, Clint Eastwood is accustomed to using fine aircraft, mainly helicopters. He is believed to own an Aerospatiale Star, also referred to as a Eurocopter AS-350, a versatile and safe single-engine aircraft that can carry up to 7 people including the pilot. And since Clint has been able to fly it for over 30 years, there is more room left over to take other passengers on trips. According to some sources, the price of the helicopter is estimated at $1.5 million. Harrison Ford, on the other hand, prefers to spend his money on airplanes, with him having owned several aircraft, such as a $250,000 Waco Taper Wing, a $350,000 A-1C-180 Husky, a $450,000 Beechcraft B-36TC Bonanza, a $500,000 Beaver DHC-2, $2 million Cessna 208B Grand Caravan, $2,700,000 Bell 407 GX helicopter, $4 million Pilatus PC-12, $5 million Cessna 525, and even a beautiful Cessna Citation Sovereign 680, which is none other than their most modern and luxurious aircraft to date. The interior of the aircraft has the maximum capacity to carry up to 12 passengers, offering all the comfort of a medium-sized executive jet. And to get a sense of price, you can find an aircraft of this model costing more than $18 million. And because Harrison Ford invests in such luxurious aircraft, he wins this round. Point for him. Cars. The two actors often ride around in great vehicles. But which one has the most luxurious collection? Harrison Ford, for example, was once spotted in a Mercedes that appeared to be the E320 model, a car from the 2000s that can be found costing around $10,000. Going up in price, he has also been seen in a Mercedes-Benz SL 500 from the 1990s, a car that, despite being very successful at the time, has currently depreciated greatly in value and can be bought for around $20,000. The actor also owns a 1966 Austin Healey 3000, a beautiful convertible much in demand by vintage vehicle lovers. And to give you an idea of the price, depending on its state of preservation, this collectible car can cost over $70,000. The actor's vintage car collection doesn't stop there. He also owns a 1956 Jaguar XK140, another even more sought-after collectible. And it's no wonder this little toy can be found costing upwards of $90,000. Harrison also seems to like more modern vehicles, having already been spotted with a Tesla Model S, one of the world's electric vehicles with the highest integrated technology, acceleration, and autonomy, being capable of going around 400 miles without the need to stop to recharge. This is all in addition to having a super powerful engine that can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds, reaching a top speed of 200 miles per hour. And the latest and most complete models of this vehicle can cost around $135,000. From the same brand, he also owns a Tesla Model X, a Tesla SUV made for those who prioritize space and comfort. Besides being more robust, this vehicle is also distinguished by the way it opens the doors, something that draws a lot of attention for its futuristic look. Its interior, meanwhile, continues to maintain all of the electric car makers' excellent quality standards, and it's no wonder that the newest and most complete models can be found for nearly $140,000. Meanwhile, Clint Eastwood has been spotted with $18,000 Ford Custom 500, $20,000 1972 Ford F100, $23,000 Mercedes-Benz W126, $25,000 Chevy Trailblazer, $30,000 1966 Morris Mini Countryman Cooper S, $35,000 Jeep CJ6, $35,000 2014 Fiat 500, $49,000 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport, $52,000 Chevy Task Force 3100, $62,000 Chevrolet Suburban, $60,000 1992 GMC Typhoon, $66,000 1978 Ferrari 308 GTB, $71,000 1977 Pontiac Special Edition Trans Am, $99,000 1937 Lincoln K-Series Convertible, $105,000 1960 Jaguar XK150 Roadster. One of the most impressive vehicles in the actor's collection is a Cadillac Eldorado Series 62 Convertible, a classic luxury car, ideal for those looking for an elegant and stylish car. The vehicle is equipped with a powerful V8 engine capable of producing 270 horsepower, and depending on its condition, it can be worth as much as $125,000. Another car that Clint Eastwood has owned is an Austin Healey 100M, a classic sports car popular with collectors, whose average value is $153,000. Upping the price, he was also clipped with his 1974 Ferrari 365 GT4 BB, considered Ferrari's first 12-cylinder, mid-engine car. The car has a more aggressive appearance, capable of reaching a top speed of 180 miles per hour. And that must be why the actor's car is valued at $475,000. But the most impressive vehicle the actor owns is a 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB, described as the most satisfying sports car in the world. To give you an idea of how precious this car is, a unit was recently auctioned online for a record price of $3 million. This is a true luxury item. And since Clint Eastwood has been spotted with more luxurious automobiles, he wins this round. Point for him. Other real estate. Both actors love investing in nice places to live, but who has the most valuable real estate portfolio? Starting with Harrison Ford. The house in which the star grew up, for example, is located in the town of Park Ridge, Illinois, and is a very cozy historic property. Built in 1922, the residence has undergone major renovations in recent years, although it retains many elements of the time of its construction. Containing 2,132 square feet of living space, the property features a living room with wood floors and a stone fireplace, a formal dining setting for 6, and a compact kitchen in soft colors, which has a countertop in the center for casual dining, as well as a breakfast table. The place includes 2 bathrooms, the main one with a relaxing tub, as well as having 3 cozy bedrooms, including an elegant room with mirrors on the wardrobe door and another with a beautiful classical piano. The property also has its own laundry room and an 850 square foot basement, which is used as a media room and integrates a bar for drinking with guests. Outside, the brick residence features a beautiful garage and a large landscape garden, which creates an atmosphere of tranquility. Harrison Ford lived on the site in the 1950s, and the house was put for sale in 2018 for $400,000. The actor also once owned a large 5,664 square foot penthouse in Chelsea, New York City, which he bought in the early 2000s for $5,300,000. However, he listed the unit in 2010 for $16 million. And this wasn't the only apartment Harrison Ford ever owned, as he had another luxurious duplex penthouse in a residential building near Central Park West in Manhattan. The sophisticated 6,000 square foot unit has a clean style, with large glass windows that bring natural light into the interior environment, making it an ideal location for those seeking a glamorous and tranquil property in front of incredible views of the New York canopy and buildings. According to media reports, the duplex apartment the star once lived in was listed for sale for an incredible $26 million. Clint Eastwood, on the other hand, owns a few properties in Carmel by the Sea, a quieter region to live in California. One development he owns, for example, is Mission Ranch, which is currently one of the most sought-after destinations in the area. Clint bought the property in 1986 before it was destroyed for the construction of a condominium, and he has done major renovations to the place and each of its cottages. Outside, the ranch is 22 acres in size, filled with grazing animals. In addition, the site functions as a hotel with 31 accommodations divided into 10 cottages, these being the Meadowview Fourplex, which has 4 bedrooms with terraces, the Meadowview Triplex, divided into 3 units each with 2 bedrooms, the Ranch Triplex, containing 3 cozy accommodations, a private room called Hayloft, plus the Farmhouse, which includes a living room and 6 very spacious bedrooms, the Bunkhouse Cottage, which also has living areas, dining areas, and 2 fine bedrooms, and the stunning Honeymoon Cottage, containing a couple's suite. There's also a beautiful restaurant on the property, which offers ample space for guests, sophisticated menus, and lovely views of the region. According to media reports, Clint bought Mission Ranch in 1986 for $5 million. The star also owns Tahama, an exclusive community in the hills above Carmel by the Sea, which has the purpose of preserving local land. Tahama covers more than 2,000 acres, with about 90 lots near beautiful forest, and some of the land is surrounded by lovely scenery. The area has beautiful lakes, diverse animal habitats, pleasant woods, and some mansions that have already been built, each with its style, but all the properties seek to preserve the land and animal life. The community also has recreational spaces such as luxurious swimming pools, large sports courts, fountains at the entrance of some mansions, and golf courses. For those who want to live here, it is possible to purchase land for real estate construction, with areas such as the top of Tahama, which covers a lot of almost 20 acres, costing $7.5 million. But Tahama also has residences already built, such as this sophisticated 7,800 square foot mansion, which in 2019 was listed for $10.5 million. But it doesn't end there, as the star also owns an inn known as the Homestead Hotel, which has a traditional style. The place has 12 cozy rustic design rooms that date back to the time the hotel was built, as well as outdoor patios for relaxing anytime and a stunning wooded garden. Clint Eastwood is known to have bought the inn in the early 2000s, and he also lived, in the 1980s, in an elegant residence called Los Andes during his time as mayor of the city, as well as owning Hog's Breath Inn, a restaurant/bar that was one of his first ventures in the area. In addition to all these luxurious residences, Clint owned Rising River Ranch in the 1970s and an alleged apartment in Burbank. And because it's hard to determine the value of Clint Eastwood's real estate portfolio, we'll consider this round a draw. Point for both. Sources of income. Both actors earn high amounts from acting, but do they have other lucrative businesses? Starting with Clint Eastwood. Outside of film and TV, he took up a political career in the 1980s, serving as mayor of Carmel by the Sea from 1986 to 1988. Clint Eastwood also decided to invest his fortune in other businesses, mainly in real estate. For example, he owned the Rising River Ranch in the 1970s and had a restaurant called Hog's Breath Inn in Carmel. Today, the star is one of the main investors in Pebble Beach Golf Links, a beautiful golf course located on the west coast of the United States. He also owns the Mission Ranch, which has been turned into a picturesque luxury hotel and restaurant, as well as owning an inn, known as the Homestead Hotel, and owning the Tahama community, with which he sells lots close to the forest for those who like to live in contact with nature. Another of his main functions is his position as a producer through Malpaso Productions. It is speculated that since the company was established in the 1960s, Clint Eastwood has been a producer on every film he has ever acted in, which has allowed him to participate more actively in the profits of each project. Clint Eastwood also earned from soundtracks for the films because he is a music composer. Meanwhile, Harrison Ford seems to dislike the world of business, being satisfied with just his $1 million salary from the films he acts in. And because Clint Eastwood has other sources of income, he easily wins this round. Point for him. Net worth. Being two Hollywood stars, both of them have made a lot of money throughout their careers. But who has the biggest net worth? Harrison Ford, for example, saw his wage grow at the rate of which the productions in which he participated in started to become successful, and his name became more and more known in the film industry. On 1973's American Graffiti, for example, some sources say he was paid only $500 for a week of recording. Whereas in 1977's Star Wars: A New Hope, it is speculated that he was only paid $10,000 at the time. From then on, Harrison Ford's income grew exponentially and ended up reaching the million-dollar figures. According to some sources, it is estimated that he received about $100,000 for Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, $500,000 Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, $9 million for Patriot Games, $10 million for Clear and Present Danger, $20 million for The Devil's Own, $20 million for Air Force One, $25 million for K-19, The Widowmaker, $25 million for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and up to $65 million for Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, one of the largest salaries an actor ever received for a single film. And the reason he received so much money for this production is that his contract with Paramount Pictures Studio gave him the right to receive a good percentage of the profits. And of course, all his gigantic salary is just a reflection of the success his films bring to the production companies. To give you an idea, it is estimated that if you add up all the movies Harrison Ford has ever acted in, the total sum exceeds the very modest value of $9 billion at the worldwide box office. And even though no one knows exactly how wealthy the actor is, it is estimated that currently at the peak of his 80 years of age, Harrison Ford has an estimated net worth of over $300 million. Meanwhile, Clint Eastwood has also received for his work amounts that have been increasing as he has become more famous in the film industry. In one of his first works, Rawhide, for example, the actor was paid only $750 per episode in the first season of the series. In the film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Eastwood saw his fee increase, receiving $250,000. From then on, the amounts Clint Eastwood received improved greatly, such as $5 million in City Heat, $7 million for In the Line of Fire, and $12 million for Every Which Way But Loose. But Clint Eastwood's earnings from acting are not limited to this, as he usually receives extra amounts on top of the total box office sales of the films he stars in. To give you an idea, in 1968's Hang 'Em High he would have earned 25% of the domestic box office in addition to his salary, which adjusted for inflation, would represent about $24 million today. Considering Clint Eastwood's other sources of income, some rumors suggest that his annual income is an impressive $35 million. And although no one knows for sure what his net worth is, some sources estimate that today, at the age of 93, Clint Eastwood has an estimated fortune of $375 million. And for having a higher estimated fortune, Clint Eastwood wins this round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we have 2 points for Harrison Ford against 5 points for Clint Eastwood, being him the winner of this battle. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.